Good times, great music at 2NURFM 103.7. Our Professor of Science from the University of Newcastle has made his way in to join us, Professor John O'Connor. And John, you want to clear up a bit of a myth that you actually carry. You thought that I might actually give the vibe that you're carrying this goo out. So you haven't actually got it here yet. It's still well underway.
No, I've got research paper reports of it, and that's all. So yes, I'm looking forward to it as well.
All right, so you've picked a good one this week. So the theory is that this particular goo may be able to fix joints without surgery. So how is it, in theory, how's it all going to work?
So this is some research by the Northwestern University in the US, and it's published in a refereed journal, so it's that gives it the credibility. And the problem rises from the fact that as we get older, just age and injuries can start to affect the cartilage around your joints, especially knees. And a lot of people have that problem, and other joints. And, the cartilage acts as a cushion between the bones. I mean, it stops the bones from rubbing against each other. And as we age, that gradually deteriorates. And the problem is there's no blood supply to the cartilage, so it doesn't have a repair mechanism. So what do? Well, in some case, people take pain relievers, and that doesn't fix the problem, but just sort of hides it. If things get really bad, they can have something like a knee replacement or other joints, but, knee replacements are getting very common. So, you could have a knee replacement surgery, which is expensive and so forth, but it would be really good if you could repair them rather than replace them. And
kind of like a tyre, really, in a way.
Exactly, yes. Yeah, that quick thing at the service station rather than whip the whole tyre off, yeah. And you're right. So this group have come up with a particular stuff they call goo, but it's actually
it's a working title at this stage.
That's right. It's a growth. They haven't come up with a medical name yet, but once the medical name comes out, you'll know its value, its expense will rise rapidly. But this has a particular growth factor in it, and what this does is it promotes cartilage repair. So one part of it promotes the repair, and the other one coaxes stem cells into forming cartilage. So it actually becomes a repair mechanism, which over time means that you actually get the cartilage back rather than living without it. So it hasn't been tested on people yet. Unfortunately, that puts it back a few years. I don't know if I'll live long enough to see this stuff, or I don't know.
Where's the hope there? Come on.
Well, no, actually, maybe I don't think by the time this comes out, my knee might have been replaced artificially. Gotcha. Yes, but they've been testing it out on knees, a joint in sheep, which is very similar to the knee joints in humans, and it's shown very promising results. And if they can take that promising result, refine it a bit, and then start testing it on people. If it does this job, then it can not only save a lot of people a lot of pain, but because not everyone who is suffering pain is a candidate for a joint replacement surgery.
That's a good point too.
Not everyone can afford it. And, of course, it does tie up a lot of hospital expenses and resources. So if this could be done by injections, which at present people get injections for say cortisone injections to reduce the pain, and that's a very straightforward procedure compared to a knee replacement. If it could be done by this goo, shall we call it, then it's going to make a major change to the industry, and it'll change people's lives because if you can't exercise properly because you've got these problems, then that's going to affect your heart and your mood and all sorts of things. So it has a potential to have a really big effect. And I want to say that I'm not here as a snake oil salesman. I'm reporting what's been done at a reputable university and a reputable institute and reported in a reputable journal.
And look, at face value, it seems like, if it goes through all these trials and it goes to human trials and all that, without anything unforeseen that we don't know about, it seems the perfect scenario because, it's the cartilage that goes, and if effectively we're replacing the space with cartilage, it's got to be the best outcome for your joint.
So I'll look forward to it and see if I can get to if it comes out before I need a knee replacement.
Human trials, have we got one of those? Can I sign up for one of those? All right, John. Well, I'm sure this is one many will be watching with interest, and who knows, in a few years from now, we may we'll be seeing this announced as a big
As a real
breakthrough,
product.
hopefully,
Thanks, Mark.
with a scientific name that only you can pronounce.
If I'm lucky.
All right, Professor John O'Connor from the University of Newcastle with what could be seen with a more scientific name. At the moment, it's just goo on 2NURFM 103.7.
A broadcast service of the University of Newcastle.